Hello and welcome back to ACORN Homestead. No, there's no camera problems. I just thought I'd maybe try a thing that's basically how the evolution of light happened in my world. So as you can see, it's fairly dark. Now I do have my fairy lights on, and if I turn it around, you can see that the lights are actually on, and they light it up okay. I mean, obviously, it's not going to be the same as when, like, what my eye sees compared to what the camera picks up. So, it's not great, but it takes the edge off. It's not a bad thing. The second thing, along with these little lights I used, was this little thing. Now, that's pretty dull at the minute, because the batteries are dying. But it's the one that's over my bed that I can read with. And I had a couple more on a couple of... Sorry, the cat's playing with the tripod. I had a couple more on the thing. So it doesn't light up a whole lot when it's this dull. But it does take the edge off when you're trying to... read at nighttime. So hang on and I'll show you the next one. So the next one I got was these solar lights. And as you can see, they are motion censored. So they charge there, and then that's the motion sensor, obviously. And they have three little lights, and you can like move them around so that they shine in different areas. And as you can see, they are substantially brighter. Ridiculously, actually. So that was the next generation of light that I got. And I lived with this for probably after the first, I'd say 13 or 14 months. I just relied on the fairy lights for the first just over a year. And then I found these. They were on, I think they're from Temu or AliExpress or something like that. But they're pretty good, and they light the space up really nicely. They have little, at the back, I don't know if you can see them. Here, hang on. Oh, let's see. I'm sitting on my bed, so it's a little bit trying to... Hang on, I'll put this closer so I don't fall off my bed. So they have these hooks on the back, and you just plunk them on the wall and screw them into place, and that holds it pretty good. I forgot to mention that this was my other bit of light, was the back of my phone, or the phone light, but this one's all right. So yeah, you just kind of hung them up on here with screws on the wall, and it did actually a good job. The only problem is that eventually, because it's a motion censored light, if you weren't moving, or if you didn't have this at the right angle, because it moves. Sorry, it's kind of... Here, let's do that. There we go. So it moves quite, like it has a pretty big range. So if it wasn't at the right... I can put this down like that. If it wasn't at the right angle and you weren't moving, then it would just be dark. So that was what I lived with until about a month and a half ago, actually. So this was my light all winter long. And this is my third winter. This is my third winter, I think, coming into November here. 20, 22, 23, 23, 24, 25. Yep. So this is my third winter. I do have solar panels. They're still not... They are put in place, and the cable is run, but they are not hooked up because it takes me forever to do anything. I'm a little bit slow on the uptake there. So I'll leave this one so that we have a little bit more light until I show you the next one. And these next two came in fairly rapid successions. So I'm going to turn this one off. And I will show you this one. Now, this one... My friend lent me this, and it is insane. Not only that, it's not like Okay, that's the first level, which is what I don't keep it on because it wastes the battery fast. That's the level that I keep it on. And that's more than enough because, like, if it's hanging from the ceiling, like if it was hanging from the ceiling here, that'd be more than enough light. Like, it is quite a strong light. And if I really need the stronger light, then that's like a normal house light. But it's just this little cob light. Now, these have, hang on, I gotta move this again. These have rechargeable batteries. I know they're hard to see, but they're big rechargeable batteries. And it came with these lights. So when I bought these about a couple of weeks ago? Yeah, a couple of weeks ago. I got the battery charger to go with it. So the house looks really big this way, but it's really not that big. Sorry for the movement. So that was the one I've used for about a week and a half. And then, hang on, I gotta get down. So this is the next step in the evolution of light and the life of Sandra. Phoebe, ouch. That's the dog bone. That's not fun. This I got a week ago. And it is this is just a little light that I've got, and it has 3 settings. So that's the best one if you're trying to go to sleep, because the blue light is not good for you, as we all know. So it has that one, it has that, and it has the cool white. So these 2 are the ones that you want to keep it on at night when it's nice. Changes the melatonin in your body, signals that it's time to go to sleep, although it's only 6:30, so we'll do that instead. I don't want to go to sleep yet. That's my brand new Blue Eddy Elite 100. It's 1800 watts. Take that down. It's 1800 watts. It's 1024 watt hours. It powers my light here, this light here. It also powers, and this is the one thing that I've missed over the last 18 months without having a fridge or electricity. Toast! Now, I've had fire toast, which I have a little thing that you put the fire or the bread in and it toasts it over the fire. But, I mean, in the summertime, I don't get a lot of toast except at work. So, this thing runs my toaster quite nicely. So, just put that back in there. So, don't look at the mess on my counter, please, because I'm going to be having visitors, or I have a visitor, and it's a bit of a disaster at the minute. So, but yeah, so I've joined the 21st century. Are we in the 21st century? And now I have light. So I think that's kind of cool. And the other thing I have is a refrigerator. Isn't that nice? It's not plugged in. There's no need to use it in the winter. So, but that is the evolution of light in the land of Sandra. I hope you enjoyed this little walk down memory lane with me, because I don't really mind being in the dark. Like, I'm quite happy in the dark. But it's really nice that I have light again. So I'm just gonna put this up where it was. Actually, I'm gonna turn it off because I just charged my battery and I can use the cob light. That's fine. I love the cob light, actually, to be quite honest. I'm just gonna unplug this. Because I'm not really doing anything at the minute, watching YouTube or making YouTube videos, so yeah. You probably can't see me. Oh, there we go. You probably still can't see me. I can do this, because, you know, that would work for a minute or two. Am I scary now? Do I look scary? Anyways, that's it. So have a great night. Thanks for stopping by. I hope I'm sort of in the frame. It's really windy, so that's my excuse. Anyways, take care and bye now.